You know, it's amazing. You click on this video, you expect me to, be upset about the Rams beating the Buccaneers by a score of 30-27 in order to advance to the NFC Championship game against the San Francisco 49ers. You expect me to go off on the offense for the shitty first half that they had with Tom Brady throwing an interception. You expect me to chew into this defense early on for allowing easy catches, giving up too many penalties that costs our team yards given up, which leads to LA touchdowns, missed assignments. You expect all this, but yet I'm not angry. Yeah, shocker to anybody watching, but I'm not angry. In fact, I'm actually kind of surprised that the Buccaneers were able to put up as much a fight against LA as they did today. With Tom Brady coming back from it was like 27-3 at one point. So it was like a 24-point comeback for Tom Brady. I'm surprised he still had the capability to pull it off. I'm surprised our defense kept going out there competing against the Rams. They even got a few fumbles on him that they recovered and scored the points. So that was definitely something. Mike Evans having another touchdown pass, 55 yards out from Tom Brady to get his stats up. Who, may I remind you, best wide receiver we have is Mike Evans. And don't you deny that. And keep in mind, this was also a game where we were without Tristan Wirfs due to injury. And we were without our top receiver of the year, Chris Godwin, who, by the way, Buccaneers in the offseason re-signed Chris Godwin to that contract. He's going to need it if he wants to stay on the team. And, yeah, our defense, much like our offense, shit in the first half, but they definitely played solid in the second half. And I know they gave up that final drive that allowed LA to kick that game-winning field goal, but for the most part, when our offense needed it, our defense stepped in to help bail them out with big plays that got us the Buccaneers momentum. So overall, second half for this game, I'm actually kind of stunned that they were able to keep them in, especially if I have written the Buccaneers off as being dead in the water about a minute into the third quarter. I just turned the game off. Followed the rest of it on ESPN. But for those of you keeping watch, yeah, the Buccaneers did storm back to tie up the game 27-27 before giving up that final drive, as I mentioned earlier. But now that it's over, I'm thinking about all this, and honestly, this is a game I'm kind of happy to lose in a way because it's a nice closure for Tom Brady if he decides to retire after this season. If he decides to retire, this playoff game, yeah, definitely, well, not good. It's an okay game for him to end on, going 1-1 with a touchdown interception ratio. And Tom Brady, if you're watching this, I hope in retirement you can spend a lot of time with your kids. And yeah, hope you'll be a good family man. So Tom Brady, thanks for all the work you did for these past 22 years. You set records. You won 7 Super Bowls, which is pretty impressive. No team has ever won 7, but you as an individual player was able to win 7. I gotta respect the defense for all the work they put in to keep us in close games throughout the season. And the offense especially. I mean, even with Chris Godwin injured and Antonio Brown leaving, this offense was pretty damn impressive in spurts, putting up 30-plus points in a bunch of games, especially at home. So, yeah, I really like where this Buccaneers team is going. Like I said, Tom Brady might retire, so if he does, props to you, Tom Brady, for all the hard work you put in. And I hope to see you in the Pro Bowl in a couple weeks. To the offense, and especially guys like Mike Evans, Leonard Fournette, and Chris Godwin, who made such a big impact on the team. Props go out to you for the season. To the defense, to Shaquille Barrett, to guys like Carlton Davis, The guys like Mike Edwards, Antoine Winfield Jr., Devin White, Levante David, guys who never gave up on a play, never quit when the game seemed out of line, never said never. I give my condolences to you. And I know this is going to be a hard playoff loss for pretty much all the Buccaneers fan base to handle, but I think I feel genuine when I say this is a playoff game that we definitely need to lose because we learn from experience. We get some new coaching staff in there with possibilities of Todd Bowles and our offensive coordinator getting new jobs over in head coaching in places like Jacksonville, New York, and such. So, yeah, this is an opportunity for us to start a whole new system, start anew, keep Bruce Arians on as the head coach, bring a new offensive to defensive coordinators, form a scheme around guys like Kyle Trask, the wide receiver crew, Leonard Fournette, and all those guys. Bring a new defense that could play to the strengths of the Buccaneers' pass rushing and run stopping abilities. Like maybe go for a 3-4 or 4-3 spread. And come next season, I think we're going to get back into the playoffs stronger than ever. So, LA, if you're watching this, congrats to you on your win. But don't let this get to your heads when you go against San Fran or against the AFC Championship divisional winner when you go into the Super Bowl. If you go into the Super Bowl. Because remember, the 49ers beat you twice in the regular season. And they're looking for that 3-game sweep. So, congrats to you on your win, but expect us to come back stronger with off-season moves in the draft. And yeah, to everybody watching, just raise your heads up high and fire those cannons because we're going to come back stronger than ever next year.